Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today is going to be a quick little unboxing of some new things that I got for the sim rig. So today is going to be install day for the 12-inch wheel that I got and the SRP pedals. And my dog is going to help me right there. You see my dog Kobe. So yeah, this is going to be a real quick, fun video. So I'm going to start off just kind of showing you everything that came with it. Once again, obviously we've done this unboxing with the R3 itself, but now we're going to do a couple accessories that I got just to add a little bit more immersion to the mix. Okay. See, I got my stickers. I love my stickers. These came with the wheel rim, just like an add-on if you want to kind of customize your wheel. And there you see you got some instructions, and then you also have the hardware. Always had to have the hardware with the pack. Just a quick little just a quick little hardware look at it. And then these are really nice. These are what I wanted to get to. These are the extensions for the paddles, and I'll put those on later, but I didn't even know those came with it. But those are really nice little add-on right there. But here's the wheel. At first touch of it, it was very nice feeling in the hands. It got like a sort of like a faux leather feel to it, but coming from the original wheel, the feel is amazing. Very smooth, very soft. I feel like I can like kind of play with it for hours with it in my hands, which I actually did already at the, by the recording of this video. I played with it already. But yeah, really just getting it comfortable, pressing the bolsters on the top there. Kind of just checking the quality of it. But here we do a size comparison. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a quick size comparison of it for you. I gotta switch it around. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, I ended up doing that. So yeah, you can see the size difference there. This wheel is going to be a 12-inch round wheel. The original wheel that comes with the Moza R3 is the D-shaped wheel right there in my hands. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and switch that out as well, just to give us some more realism, better feel when we're drifting, things of that nature. So I'm excited for this already. But yeah, when my dog comes back in, I think he wants to help. So let's get to the pedals. The SRP clutch pedal, very inexpensive, about $39, about 40 bucks, I think. The quality on the back of these pedals, though, they ended up really damaging my baseboards where I had them kind of sitting up against, and it's my fault. I do have a little remedy for that, but that's later in the video. This is the damage. Do you see that? All that damage that it caused, really digging into the baseboards. My my wife's not gonna like that, but I do have a fix for that later on. But really simple to connect. It has like the clutch input, and I'm actually using those two pedals as a clutch and a gas pedal. I don't have a brake, so this is gonna help with that. I like to clutch kick a lot, so I just use that for the clutch for right now. But this is what I got the third pedal for, so I can have, all three: clutch, brake, gas, or accelerator. You see my dog chewing on his bone in the corner over there. But yeah, just has some simple instructions, very easy plug and play, really. I'm not gonna bore you with like the installation of this because it's really tedious, but you see I have my pedals set up, have everything plugged in. Well, I'm getting ready to plug this one in right here. Having a little trouble with it, had to turn it around. Yeah, clicked in place, and then I like to tuck the, has a little place underneath the pedals to tuck the wiring away, just so you don't mess up any of the wiring. But yeah, that's my pedal setup. I have my brake and my gas a little closer together, just because when I go GT racing, that's how I like it set up. But yeah, we're just gonna move on to the wheel. Ever since I did the double WD-40 thing with my wheel, I don't have issues with it anymore. So I took it off the base just so I can install this new one. And you'll see I'm pointing at these hex head bolts that I have to take out. Usually, I think depending on the model, you might have to take Phillips head screws out. But my model, I just had to take the 6 hex heads on the front of the wheel. You see me pointing right there, but I don't have those screws in the back. And then I dropped the fucking wheel. And then I dropped the wheel, but oh, that's my cat actually. Cat wants to come help me too. But so yeah, I get to going at it and taking the front hex head screws out, just to replace it. And these actually ended up having some Loctite on there, which was really good in knowing, a little reassurance that they do kind of take a little extra care and adding some Loctite. And you see me take that off. And there is a spring that I'm pointing at right there. Do not lose that spring. That's a very important spring. Don't touch it. Don't lose it. Make sure you keep track of that. Also, be careful on the backside. You see those wires coming out. I almost dropped it, and I could have yanked those wires out. So be very careful while you're doing this. Probably do this on a table. Don't be like me and try to do this for the camera. Just do it on the table so you have something to catch it if it falls. But you see me lining all the indentations up to kind of slap that wheel on. And then I second guess myself. I'm like, do I want to add stickers on? Because I'm a sticker guy. You already know from the first unboxing. So I do like my traction control buttons easily able to see. So I add some green traction control buttons. Just because when I'm GT racing, I like to kind of feel how the track is after a couple laps. And then I usually turn the traction control up or down, depending on that. So, yeah, just finishing up putting the new screws in, or the new Allen bolts, I guess you want to call them, or hex heads, or they're not really hex heads because the heads of them aren't hex. The pattern is inside, but I don't know. My mind works stupidly. But so the last thing I have to do is put on the paddle shift extenders. Now these are a little tricky because I put them on wrong the first time, but you do have to put them on this way that you're seeing me here. You're basically gonna cover up the front face of the paddle, and then screw it in on the back side. So I actually did it wrong the first time and I had to fix it, but yep, drop a screw. And I'm only trying to do this with all the hardware that they provided, just to kind of give you a sense that you don't really need any tools. Now, for future reference, I probably will use some of my own tools because these tools are kind of cumbersome and small and uncomfortable to use, but they do give you hardware. So they kind of give you everything you need to set everything up. There's no like extra stuff you have to get. So that's the purpose for me trying to just use the hardware they give me. But yeah, that's the wheel right there. I love it. Have my little traction control buttons on there, but yeah, I'm really already liking it. I'm like getting excited at this point in the video because I'm like wanting to play with it and use it already. So just putting that last screw in for the paddle shifter extensions, and then there you go. See how it should look. Very sleek. Feels good in the hands. Paddle shifter extensions are great. And then we also have the 3 pedal setup. And then I'm going to show you what I did to kind of remedy my fuck up. So I put some blue painter's tape on the edge of my pedals. And then what I did was took some socks that I wasn't using out of my sock drawer and just kind of double wrapped the ends of the pedals, and that's kind of like flatten the fabric so it sits flush on the ground. So that's going to be on the ground. So you see where my pedals are going to line up now. I shouldn't have any more issues because I got kind of double protection on the end of my pedals. So if this is something that you are dealing with, then definitely give this a try. It definitely helps with damaging your walls, just until you can get like a proper setup and a proper rig to attach the pedals to. So that should help with that. But anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.